Module 4, Lesson 10, A Critical Look at Proportional Relationships. There's 3 formulas here that you should be familiar with. If you know distance, or if you know rate, or if you know time, you should be able to calculate the other one of those 3. So if we're trying to calculate distance from a rate and a time, if you know a rate and a time, how would you find distance? Well, distance equals the rate times the time. If you're trying to find the rate and you know a distance and a time, rate equals distance divided by time. And the final one, if you're trying to find time and you know the distance and the rate, you're going to take the distance and divide by rate. So those 3 formulas are formulas you're going to use throughout the remainder of this module. Okay, let's take a look at a couple examples. Paul walks 2 miles in 25 minutes. So we have that filled in, 2 miles distance and 25 minutes of time. How many miles can Paul walk in 137.5 minutes? Well, we can look at a table and try and figure out these various amounts. If he goes 2 miles in 25 minutes, then we know if he goes for 50 minutes, he can go another 2 miles, 25 and 25, for a total of 4 miles. Okay, so this is 25 plus 25, which means he can go 2 plus 2, which is 4. Well, 75 is 25 plus 25 plus 25, which is 2 plus 2 plus 2, for a total of 6. Another 25 added on here, so another 2 added on here. Another 25 added here, another 2 here. And once again, 25 and 2. Now notice the space that I skipped in there. The reason I skipped that is because 137.5 is between 125 and 150. So we have to find the amount of miles that we can go in 137.5. Well, it's got to be somewhere in between here. One way we can do that is we can go back up here and figure out how far we go in 1 mile. If we go 25 miles if we go for 25 minutes, we go 2 miles. So if we would go for only 1 mile, how much time would that take us? Well, half of 25 is 12.5. So every mile we go 12.5. So 125 plus 12.5 actually adds up to 137.5. So they were going to be able to go 1 more mile on that 12.5 additional minutes, which means they went 11 miles total. So in 137.5 minutes, they were able to go 11 miles. But we should have been able to narrow it down at least to between 10 and 12. Okay, our next example. Alexa walked from Grand Central Station on 42nd Street to Penn Station on 7th Avenue. The total distance traveled was 1.1 miles, and it took Alexa 25 minutes to walk that. So we can see filled in on the chart here, 25 minutes, she was able to walk the 1.1 miles. We want to know how many miles did she walk in the first 10 minutes. So in the first 10 minutes, how many miles? This is the one we're looking for here. Well, if we can walk 1.1 mile in 25 minutes, then we should be able to calculate our speed. So 1.1 divided by 25. Let's think about this. We have a rate equal to our distance divided by our time. This is our distance. This is our time. So if we were to divide this out, or if we were to work this out, we actually get 0.044 miles per minute as our rate, or our speed. So we can walk 0.044 miles every minute. So if we don't walk at all, 0 minutes, of course our distance is going to be 0. If we walk for 5 minutes, now think about this. This is our rate. This is our time. We know our rate. We know our time. We're trying to find the distance. To find these distances over here, we need to take our rate times our time. Our rate is 0.044. Our time here in the first one is 5. So 0.044 times 5 is going to give us 0.22. Now if we change that to 10 for the next example, 0.044 times 10 gives us 0.44. We change it to 15, gives us 0.66. And if we change it on the last one to a 20, we get 0.88. And you can also check it for the 25. If you put 0.044 times 25, you will get the 1.1 that they told us from the beginning. So how many miles did she walk in the first 10 minutes? Well, here's our 10 minutes. And she would have walked 0.44 miles, not quite half a mile. All right, last example. Dave is 15 miles from town A. He is driving at a constant speed of 50 miles per hour from his home away from, in the opposite direction of the city. How far away is Dave from the town after driving for X hours? So let's think about this. Here's town A. Dave is already 15 miles away. Now he is driving 50 miles every hour. So if he drives for 1 hour, he's going to go 50 miles. If he drives for another hour, he's going to go another 50 miles, etc. So if he drives for 1 hour, he's already 15 miles away, and he's going to go an additional 50 miles in that hour. So how far total is he away? Well, 15 plus 50. So he's 65 miles away. Now we need to think about how we got that answer here. 1 hour at 50 miles plus the 15 that we were already gone. Now what if he drives for 2 hours? Then we have the 50 and the 50. So 2 50s plus the 15 miles that he already went. So he's now at 115 miles away. If he drives for 3 hours, he has 50, 50, and 50, so 3 50s plus the 15 that he's already gone for a total of 165 miles. Now the next one's a little tricky because he's only driving for 3.5 hours. That doesn't matter. We can still continue with our pattern here. 50 times 3.5 plus 15 makes 190 miles he's gone. And the last one, 50 times 4.1 plus 15, if you work that out, we'll get 220 miles that he's gone. So how far away is Dave after X hours of driving? So if we have an X here, what could I write as the formula here? Well, we're taking 50 times the X, the number of hours he drove, plus the 15 miles that he's already away from the town. So this right here is a formula we could use for any number of hours that he drives. Okay, so y equals 50x plus 15. Notice the 50 is the speed that he's driving.